In today's coaching call, we are going to be answering these following two questions. The first question is, how do you keep your best performing employees to stick around for as long as possible? And the second question is, what do you do if your best performing employee come to you and say, hey boss, I found a job somewhere else and I'm giving you my notice. All right. So regarding the first question, how do you keep your best performing employees to stick around for as long as possible? I ask my students in my leadership seminar rooms all the time, how do you keep your best performing employees to stick around for as long as possible? And then I get all kinds of answers. Some of them will say, pay them more money. Some of them will say, challenge them. Some of my students will say, recognize them. Now, let's say if you pay them more money. So you give them more money, and what they ask for it, you're just gonna give it to them right away. What about next time? What about next year? Does money work? Yes, it works, and it works very well, especially the first time. What about the second time? What about the third time? It has kind of a diminishing rate of return. Okay, so some students answer, you challenge them. Sure, if they want to be challenged, you challenge them. But what if some employees don't want to be challenged? Okay, now some of my students will say, you give them recognition. But some employees, they don't care about recognition. They care about other things. Some employees, they like public recognition. Private recognition is not enough. Some employees only want private recognition. If you give them public recognition, their face will turn red. Yep. So, what do you do? Well, there is actually a universal formula here. It's actually very simple. You find out what they want, right? Because not every employee wants the same thing or the same set of things. Tom and Dick and Harry. Tom may want more money. Dick may want more challenges. And Harry may want private recognition. So number one, you want to find out what is it that they want. And then how do you find out what is it that they want? Well, I made a whole coaching video about this topic, right? How you cannot use interrogation and how you have to use the secret power of casual conversation. And check out that video. So step number one is you find out what is it that they want. And step number two is you give it to them slowly. What is the key word here? The key word here is slowly. All right. So let's just take money, for example. If they want more money, you're going to give them like $1 million cash right away. Will that work? It's going to backfire on you, right? Number one, you don't have $1 million. Number two, if you did, if you gave to them, well, you think that's going to keep them sticking around? No, they will quit right away and move to Australia and then just lay on the beach, right? Enjoy barbecue and beer all day long. So you want to find out what they want and you want to give it to them slowly, all right? This is no different from parenting. Let's just take parenting, for example. Okay, let's say if you got a 7-year-old little girl and she comes to you, you the mommy, asking for ice cream. What do you think you should do as a responsible parent? You're going to give it to her right away? No, right? What did they teach you in business negotiations? You will never give something without getting something back. So if little Sarah, she's 7 years old, she's cute, right? She's a good kid, and she comes to mommy and daddy, asks for ice cream, right? As a responsible parent, what do you do? What do you say? You say things like, did you finish your homework, right? And if they go, I finished my homework, right? You can say, did you do your chores? Did you take out the trash, right? Yeah, I finished my homework. I took out the trash. Well, did you clean up your room? Yes, I did my homework. I took out the trash. I cleaned my room, right? Did you help your little brother with his homework, right? Well, dinner's coming, so you shouldn't have ice cream, right? Not until dinner, right? Did you eat your dinner? Did you eat your vegetables, right? After dinner, hopefully they will forget about it, right? Tomorrow, next day, next week. So finally, you milked it for 24 hours, right? You got to give it to them, right? Which flavor are you going to give it to them? Chocolate or strawberry? No, not both. Just one, right? Which one do you want? And so if they chose chocolate and then you say strawberry, it's for next week. See, you just planted some seed about future reward for their good behavior, right? Right. And you're going to give them the whole bucket? No, you should just give them one little scoop. I know, you keep the whole bucket for yourself after she goes to bed, but hey, that's a different kind of coaching. So you do the same with your employees, except there's one caveat with your employees. That is, with kids, you can just keep on moving the goalpost. But with adults, you cannot move the goalpost. You must be a man or a woman or a leader of your word. All right. If you gave your employee your word, you gave your employee your word. So don't give up your word easily and too quickly in the beginning. So if they come to you and say, I need more money, I want to pay increase, right? And don't say yes, don't say no. Say, I like the way you think. Sure, I always want to help my employees to make more money, right? Let me find out if there's budget. Let me find out if I can get it for you. In the meantime, I need you to accomplish A and a B and a C, right? And then at the same time, I will go find out if there's budget, if there's ability, if there's capability, if there's policy that allows you. And I like the way you think. Yeah, that's how you give them incentives to stick around. Essentially you want them to feel that sticking around in here, they are getting whatever it is that they want. Or by staying here, this vehicle that they're staying on, this vehicle is taking them to their destination. It's like being a leader. It's kind of like you're driving a bus. You're the bus driver, right? And your employees are sitting on the back of the bus. How do you get them to stick around on the bus for as long as possible? Well, if they think this bus is taking them to their ultimate destination, then they're not going to get off the bus, are they? Right? When they reach their destination, they're going to get off the bus. Now, if they realize the bus is going a direction or to a destination that is not where they want to go, then they will also want to get off. So basically, you want to make them feel that sticking around in here is helping them to get what they want in the long term, or for the time being, until they reach their next phase, PHASE, or stage of their life, right? That's how you help your employees to stick around for as long as possible. And also, this little game is kind of like a rubber band, right? You push and pull, and there's a lot of elasticity. Now, you can't stretch this too much. If you stretch this too much, the rubber band, it will snap, it will break. And if you don't play this game at all, the employees will find you an easy pushover. They'll be working all over you, making demands, right? And another example is, let's say if they want you to send them to certain training. And again, you can say, yep, I like it. I like the idea you think. Yeah, I think that training would be beneficial to you. Or let me find out if there's budget. Let me find out if we can allow you to take some time off, or you want to go on a weekend. Let me find out if there's a possibility that I can. And in the meantime, I need you to do A and a B and a C and a D for me. All right. So that's how you get your employees to stick around for as long as possible. And that brings us to question number 2, okay, which is your best performers. You do realize your best performers, for the most part, they will not stay with the same corporation forever and ever and ever. In America, we are a knowledge-based economy. Everybody, almost everybody, 99.99999% of employees are knowledge workers. So the best employees, they are interested in career security, not job security, career security. Job security is whereby they have a job with a corporation or governmental agency whereby they cannot be fired. Career security is a much higher level of thinking. Their thinking is, I want to make sure my career, my skill set is so up to date, so secure. So therefore, my career security is so secure because corporations will fight over themselves to come and compete amongst themselves to come and hire me because my skill sets are so good. And my ability to solve their problems for them is so good. So your best employees, your top performers are usually into career security. And then they will stick around with you for 2 reasons or 3 reasons or what have you. One of their biggest reason is, what am I learning here? Am I learning here? Am I learning anything here to help me for my career security 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the road? Am I learning anything here that that will enable me, that will help me to advance my career security? And money is usually their second reason, okay, or even the third reason. Usually the first reason is what am I learning here to help me advance my career? And usually the second reason is, am I having fun here? Is this challenging? Is this enjoyable? Am I having fun with these challenges? Are these challenges fun to me? Usually money is quite often the third reason. And the fourth reason could be to do something to do with family. And the reason money is number 3 is because at this level, usually their salary is pretty good if you pay competitive market rate. All right. So it's going to come to a point that they'll come to you and say, hey, boss, it's been great, but I found a job somewhere else. Right. What do you do? What do you say? And I ask my students all the time. Some students will come back with, well, I can counteroffer. And some students will come back with, I will do a exit interview. Some students will say, well, bye-bye, I'll just go hire someone else. Well, number 1, counteroffer. In my years working in corporate America, small tech startups, all kinds of small business, big business, I have seen counteroffer work. I have seen counteroffer backfire. Let me ask you this. If your spouse has already cheated on you once, would you take this person back? This is why a lot of times counteroffer will not work, because they are not leaving for money. Okay, they are living for growth opportunity. They have played all the toys they can play with at your corporation, at this place of work. They have learned everything there is to learn at this place, and they want to go somewhere else to play with bigger toys, to work on more exciting projects, to do more exciting work, to challenge themselves, to do more, to learn more, to contribute more, and they have been here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and they have learned everything that there is to learn. And you have no more opportunity, no more learning, no more growth opportunities for them here. That's why they're going somewhere else. This is why, for the most part, counter offer don't work for top employees. All right. Now regarding exit interview, okay. So some students might say, yeah, I'll conduct an exit interview. All right. My question for them is, have you ever seen a bouncer, right, checking ID at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, when the nightclub is closing on the way out? Exit interview is usually promoted and suggested by the HR department, right? They want to do it for whatever legal reasons. But from a leadership perspective, okay, if you're the manager, you're the leader, okay, you don't want to conduct an official exit interview. What did I teach you a way back in one of my coaching videos about how do you find out what's going on inside people's heads and hearts? The more formal the conversation, the more interrogation the conversation feels, the less likely your employees or anyone will tell you how they truly think and how they truly feel. This is why I highly recommend, as soon as they come to you and give you notice, and you want to conduct essentially what is a covert exit interview. Okay, but I wouldn't even label that. All right, and if any of your top employees, they come to you and they go, I quit. Right now, be happy for them. All right, be happy for them, because look, this person has been your top performer, your best employees. Therefore, you two probably have a good relationship, working together, collaborating together, fighting together in the trenches, right? So you probably have a kindred spirit, right? You probably are allies in so many ways. So be happy for them. This person's going places. Be happy for them, and ask them right away, where are you going, right? And I highly recommend you take them out to lunch, right? This is a goodbye lunch, and you pay for it. And then you want to stay connected. You want to stay connected. This is where your LinkedIn connection is coming into play. All right. If you're a leader, you have got to be on LinkedIn. LINKED, LinkedIn, LINKEDIN.com, LinkedIn. All right. And because keeping their phone numbers, keeping their private email addresses, people change their phone numbers, people move, people change their email addresses. But a LinkedIn connection is forever. All right. And you never know. 6 months, 6 years down the road, they might send you an email over LinkedIn, and they might say things like, hey boss, I remember me, we worked together for 2, 3, 5 years, and I left, and then I left again, and right now I'm at this new company, and they are hiring someone, and just like you, so I thought of you right away. So here's the position that's vacant. Are you interested? Right. Also, because they were your best employee, they were your top performer, all right? And it's highly likely when they leave, they go somewhere else, they are also going to get into leadership or management positions. Or it's highly likely they might even start their own businesses. And you want to keep this person as your industry connection, industry contact. You never know. You might learn something about industry, and then you might get to know other people through this person. And also, this person just graduated from being one of your employees to good enough to be a member of your private mastermind group, especially if they are moving into leadership positions or starting their own businesses. Think about it. They were an employee, now they are moving along, and you know they're good, and you are no longer working for the same corporation. So there's no more conflict of interest, especially if they move to another company that is not a competitor, or if they move halfway across the country to a different state, or even to a different country. Right? So there's no more conflict of interest, and you know each other, you trust them, and you work with them. You should include them in your little mastermind group, and start discussing some of your challenges, and try to help each other and learn from each other. All right. So those are the answers to those two questions. Question number 1, and how do you get your best performers to stick around for as long as possible? And number 2, what do you think you should do if your best performer gives you their notice and then leaving your organization? All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. So this way, when I release new educational videos, you will be notified and you will be the first to learn. And also make sure you send this video to as many people as possible, so we can all learn and grow together and help each other to grow together. We're in this together. And if you need private coaching, business consulting, or training, feel free to contact me. And my contact details are linked below.